What's up, y'all? So, pretty exciting news. One of the biggest reasons why we signed the Factory Pro team is the ability to have them in here testing and improving the product all the time. That's exactly what they've been up to these last few months. And with this project, specifically led by Austin Silva, Mercedes Silva, and Neil Bennett, they've isolated a couple use cases, riding scenarios that could be improved. And then we've also worked with them to develop a whole new feature called gradient tracking. So, Austin's going to tell you a little bit more about this new firmware update for Onewheel GTS series.
What's up, guys? It's Firmware Friday, and we've got some exciting stuff rolling out to the GTS series. So let's go over a few major improvements. So the first one's landing behavior. Whenever you take off on a jump and land tail heavy, the board will continue pulling forward into a tail drag. Now, if you land tail heavy, the board allows you to pick that tail up immediately and get balanced so that you can stick a lot more landings. So the second major improvement is how the board handles through a bunch of chatter. Especially when braking, sometimes the board is jostled repeatedly. Sometimes the nose starts to dip lower and lower. We addressed that, so now it's much easier to maintain balance and recover from any overcorrections that you might be doing through the chatter. And the third major improvement is a new custom setting called gradient tracking. The limiting factor before was clearance, so we were hitting our nose on zebra terrain and dragging tail coming down. Gradient tracking allows the board to recognize when you are in steeper terrain and adjust the tilt and responsiveness to allow for more room to accelerate while you're climbing and more room to brake while you descend. So gradient tracking comes with 3 sliders: strength, response speed, and max angle. With strength set to 0, gradient tracking will be off completely. Finding the right strength will depend on your weight and tire pressure. When the strength is too high, the board will feel really rigid and could get tiring if you're riding over a lot of hills. The second dial, response speed, controls how aggressively gradient tracking comes in. If you're climbing steep technical hills and need maximum clearance, you'll want this to be more responsive. If you're riding a smooth pump track where you're constantly transitioning from roller to roller, you'd probably want this less responsive. The final slider is max angle, which allows you to set a limit to how much extra tilt is applied. If you feel like you're getting too much tilt, be sure to try a lower strength before limiting the angle here. So that's it. Happy Firmware Friday. Go clip up a hill that you thought was unrideable. Don't forget to tag us.